Welcome to Gray Matter Reports. Today, we decode the complex reality of events that unfold around us. The room is cold, sterile. A single overhead light casts shadows that dance along the walls, creating an unsettling ambiance. The table stands in the center, devoid of any warmth. On it lies the evidence, neatly arranged, each piece a fragment of a larger puzzle. The air is thick with unspoken questions, echoing the silence that envelops the scene. A file rests open, its pages filled with meticulous notes. Each word is a thread, weaving together the complexities of an antisocial profile. Here, the clinical gaze of the analyst dissects the mind of an individual, examining behaviors like a botanist studying a rare flower. Patterns emerge, each more intricate than the last. The analyst's fingers trace the notes, searching for the underlying motivations that drive the subject's actions. It's a careful dance between observation and deduction. Outside, the world rushes by, oblivious. In here, time stands still. The clock ticks, a metronome marking the rhythm of thought. Each second weighs heavily, burdened by the implications of what has transpired. Every detail matters. A single misstep could lead to a cascade of misunderstandings. The analyst lifts a pen, the ink flowing like the thoughts racing through their mind. What defines morality? A question as old as humanity itself. The analyst contemplates the duality of the subject's actions. Is it a product of circumstance, or a deeper, more insidious nature? Each piece of biological evidence tells a story, but it is the narrative woven by the mind that captivates. The struggle between empathy and detachment manifests here, in this clinical environment. A flicker of doubt crosses the analyst's mind. What if the truth lies not in the actions, but in the silence surrounding them? The absence of remorse, the calculated precision, these elements weave a chilling portrait. The subject's life is laid bare, yet the reasons remain obscured, shrouded in shadows. The analyst pauses, contemplating the weight of the findings. Does the absence of morality equate to evil, or is it simply a reflection of a fractured psyche? The tension builds as the realization dawns. Understanding this individual requires more than just the dissection of facts. It demands an exploration into the labyrinth of the human condition. With a deep breath, the analyst prepares to delve deeper, ready to navigate the murky waters of morality. Each revelation is a step closer to unraveling the enigma. The mind is a fortress, and within its walls, the answers await. The journey has only just begun. The fog settled over the city, a shroud cloaking the truth beneath its veil. In the dim light of the forensic lab, the air was thick with anticipation. Each file laid out on the table told a story, not of what had transpired, but of what lay beneath the surface. The individual at the center of this case was a puzzle, a complex arrangement of behavioral patterns and psychological nuances. A meticulous examination began, each detail scrutinized like a thread in a tapestry. The antisocial profile emerged slowly, revealing layers of detachment and manipulation. It was as if the subject wore a mask, expertly crafted to conceal a fragmented psyche. The mind, a labyrinth of contradictions, both intrigued and repulsed the observers in the room. Biological evidence supported the narrative, providing a foundation upon which theories could be built. Neurotransmitter levels painted a picture far more intricate than mere actions. The subject's brain, marked by anomalies, communicated a language of its own. Each synapse fired with the intensity of unspoken thoughts, each decision a reflection of a fractured moral compass. As the team delved deeper, they discovered the patterns embedded in the subject's history. Childhood experiences emerged as critical indicators, shaping the contours of the present. Early encounters with authority had bred a resistance, a silent rebellion that festered into adulthood. The interplay between environment and biology spun a web of complexities, ensnaring the individual in a cycle of defiance against societal norms. Yet, the most compelling aspect of this case lay not in the actions themselves, but in the motivations behind them. A cold calculus dictated behavior, a strategic game played against an unseen adversary. The subject's choices were not merely impulsive, they were calculated moves on a chessboard of existential dilemmas. Each interaction, each calculated risk revealed the depths of a mind engaged in an ongoing battle between desire and consequence, empathy and apathy. The forensic team, armed with their expertise, began to reconstruct the narrative, piecing together fragments of behavior that seemed at odds with one another. What drove an individual to embrace such a life? Was it a thirst for control, an insatiable need to dominate? Or was it rooted in a deeper, more primal fear of abandonment and insignificance? As they prepared to present their findings, the weight of the case hung heavily in the air. It was not merely a study of actions, but a profound inquiry into the very nature of morality. This was the behavioral case, a testament to the intricate dance between mind and morality, where choices illuminate the darkest corners of human existence. The mind forms a labyrinth, intricate and often unfathomable. Within this maze, the psychological bridge serves as a critical pathway, connecting our understanding of morality with the actions of an individual. Each step taken along this bridge reveals the delicate interplay between environment and psyche, illuminating decisions rooted in complex motivations. Imagine a landscape where moral choices are obscured by shadows of experience. The individual stands at a crossroads, their past weaving a narrative filled with both light and darkness. Each experience, a thread, intertwines to create a tapestry of behavior. This fabric is not merely a reflection of who they are. It serves as a window into their internal conflicts and moral dissonance. The clinical analysis of such minds often reveals a chasm between societal norms and personal belief systems. In one case, an individual, raised in an environment devoid of empathy, struggles to navigate the ethical compass that governs societal interactions. Their actions may appear incongruent with social expectations, yet they are the logical outcome of their formative experiences. The bridge, then, becomes a fragile structure, prone to collapse under the weight of unprocessed emotions and skewed perceptions. Consider the role of biological evidence in this equation. Neurological studies have shown that certain individuals possess brain structures that predispose them to antisocial profiles. These findings suggest that morality is not merely a social construct, but also a biological imperative. The psychological bridge, therefore, must accommodate the complexities of both nature and nurture, each influencing the other in a perpetual dance of predisposition and circumstance. As the individual traverses this bridge, moments of clarity often emerge, fleeting realizations that bring them face to face with their choices. Yet these moments are often overshadowed by an overwhelming sense of disconnection. The clinical outlook reveals that many experience a profound detachment from their actions, creating a dichotomy between intention and outcome. The bridge, while connecting moral understanding with behavior, simultaneously highlights the fractures that exist within. In the aftermath of a case conclusion, the psychological bridge remains a pertinent symbol. It signifies not only the journey of the individual, but also the ongoing quest for understanding within the realm of morality. Each profile studied reveals a deeper truth about human nature, challenging us to reconsider our definitions of right and wrong. The narrative is complex, a puzzle that refuses to be fully solved, yet its pieces continue to fascinate and haunt. The room was dim, illuminated only by the flickering fluorescent lights overhead. Papers lay scattered across the table, each one a fragment of a mind long shrouded in darkness. The air was thick with the weight of unanswered questions. Here, within these walls, the intricate dance of morality and psychology unfolded. As the forensic team delved deeper, they encountered a labyrinthine web of contradictions. The individual they studied was a paradox, a tapestry woven from threads of charm and manipulation. Psychological profiles suggested an antisocial orientation, yet beneath the surface lay a complexity that defied simple categorization. This was not a mere puzzle, it was a manifestation of a fractured psyche. Biological evidence presented a chilling picture. Neurological scans revealed irregularities, suggesting a brain shaped by both nature and nurture. Certain regions lit up like a dark constellation, hinting at a tumultuous emotional landscape. It was a reminder that morality does not exist in a vacuum. Each choice, every impulse, is influenced by a cacophony of experiences: trauma, environment, genetics. The forensic experts scrutinized every detail. They unearthed patterns in the individual's behavior, a calculated calmness juxtaposed with fleeting moments of rage. It echoed the duality of human nature, and where empathy and apathy coexist. Each interaction was a game, a performance where the stakes were the very essence of humanity. In this deep dive, they sought to understand the motivations behind actions that defied logic. Why did the individual thrive in chaos, find solace in manipulation? The pursuit of answers became an exploration of the moral compass, the needle spinning wildly in the presence of darkness. The case conclusion loomed like a specter that demanded clarity amidst confusion. Yet the more they uncovered, the more elusive the truth became. Was this individual a mere product of their environment, or had they chosen their path, a conscious decision to embrace the shadows? It was a chilling realization. Morality, often perceived as a guiding light, revealed itself as a spectrum, a fragile balance that could tip into the abyss. The forensic team, grappling with the intricacies of the individual's psyche, found themselves questioning their own convictions. As the analysis deepened, they understood that the mind is a complex labyrinth. Within its confines lies the potential for both creation and destruction. Every facet of the individual's existence was a piece of a haunting puzzle, a reminder that sometimes the most profound darkness resides within. In the shadowy recesses of the human psyche, morality becomes a tangled web. Across continents, forensic experts scrutinize the delicate threads binding social behavior to biological evidence. Each individual represents a distinct puzzle, revealing layers of complexity. The mind, a labyrinth of experience and instinct, often betrays a deep-seated conflict between societal norms and primal urges. In Scandinavia, researchers delve into the social structures that shape behaviors. The Nordic model, celebrated for its egalitarian values, presents a unique case study. Here, the antisocial profile manifests not in overt acts, but in subtler deviations from community engagement. Experts analyze the dissonance, mapping how isolation can flourish even in the most supportive environments. Individuals may wear the guise of normalcy, yet beneath lies a torrent of unaddressed impulses. Shifting to the urban sprawl of America, the narrative shifts darker. Forensic psychologists dissect the cultural influences that breed disparities. A stark contrast emerges. Individuals nurtured in wealth may articulate their existential dilemmas through art, while those from marginalized backgrounds often resort to more destructive expressions of despair. The case conclusion reveals a troubling truth. The environment profoundly shapes moral frameworks. Individuals become reflections of their surroundings, their choices echoing the collective conscience, or lack thereof. In Asia, the exploration of morality takes a different turn. Hierarchical structures influence behavior in profound ways. Here, collectivism often supersedes individualism, leading to moral quandaries that can confound Western sensibilities. The individual grapples with the weight of familial expectations, creating a psychological duality. In this landscape, acts of defiance against societal norms are not merely personal rebellions, but cultural statements, fraught with implications. Africa presents yet another layer of complexity. With diverse traditions and historical legacies, morality is often contextual. Forensic analysis reveals how colonial histories have fractured communal bonds. Individuals navigate a landscape littered with conflicting values. The struggle between traditional beliefs and modern influences creates a fertile ground for moral ambiguity. Each subject, a testament to the enduring conflict between legacy and evolution. As we weave these narratives, a global tapestry emerges, illustrating that morality is not a static construct. It is fluid, shaped by myriad factors beyond the individual's control. The mind games played within each person reflect not just personal demons, but a broader commentary on humanity itself. In this intricate dance of psychological states, we find that understanding morality requires more than observation. It demands a profound empathy for the complexities that bind us all. The courtroom hums with an electric tension. All eyes are fixed on the jury, a collection of individuals tasked with deciphering the labyrinth of morality entwined within the case before them. Each juror embodies a fragment of society, a mirror reflecting conflicting values and beliefs. The air thickens, heavy with the weight of expectation. In the dim light, the defense attorney rises, a figure of resolve amid a sea of uncertainty. His voice, steady yet somber, cuts through the silence. Ladies and gentlemen, we have explored the mind of our subject. We have dissected motivations, examined psychological landscapes, and unearthed the biological evidence that underpins behavior. He gestures towards the projection screen, where images flicker, charts, graphs, and snapshots of a life lived in shadows. The prosecution follows a sharp contrast. What we must not forget, she asserts, her tone imbued with urgency, is the impact of choices. The actions of the individual cannot be excused by circumstance. We must hold firm to the moral fabric that binds us. Her words resonate, each syllable a hammer striking against the anvil of conscience. Deliberation ensues, a complex dance of cognition. The jurors retreat into their thoughts, grappling with the ethical implications of their task. Some envision the subject as a mere product of their environment, a casualty of biological predisposition. Others wrestle with the notion of accountability, questioning where the line between nature and nurture blurs. Outside, the world continues to spin. Life unfolds in shades of gray, yet here, within these solemn walls, clarity is pursued. The clock ticks. Minutes stretch into an eternity as voices clash in the sanctum of morality. Each juror's face tells a story, etched in lines of contemplation. We see the struggle in their eyes, the fight between empathy and judgment. Can one be held responsible if they are shaped by forces beyond their control? The question lingers, heavy as a shroud. Finally, the foreperson rises, the moment eclipsing all others. We have reached a conclusion. The words hang like a specter, resonating through the room. The verdict is neither triumph nor defeat. It is a reflection of humanity itself. As the gavel strikes, the finality reverberates. The case concludes, yet the questions remain. What does it mean to be human in the face of such complexity? The answer lies within the intricate tapestry of morality, a puzzle that will never truly be solved.